Hi there, it's Mr. Clark. Welcome to lesson 8.1.2 on cadential 6/4 chords. So before we do anything else, you've probably heard cadential 6/4 chords plenty, so I'm just going to play you what it sounds like. Let me do that again. So we have a 1 chord, 2 6/4 are predominant, and then we have our cadential 6/4 resolving to 5 and back to 1. So what's really going on here? If we look down here, so we have 1, we have a 2/6, that's fine, and then we resolve to 1. So what's going on in here? The bass stays the same. On beat 4, we end up on a regular 5 chord. So here, we have a G, an E, and a C, so that's a 1 triad in second inversion, so that's a 1/6/4 chord. So why does it say 5/6/4? So, the cadential 6/4 is spelled like a 1/6/4 triad, but it's definitely in the dominant area of the phrase. We have tonic, predominant, that's dominant, tonic. So it's functioning as a dominant, and the bass stays the same. So the way that we're going to think about this is it's really a 5 chord that just has 2 non-chord tones over it. The 6 resolves down to 5, the 4 resolves down to 3, like a suspension, except it's probably not going to be an actual suspension because it's probably not going to be those notes in the previous chord. But it's functioning kind of like a suspension, that you have these non-chord tones that resolve down. It's functioning as a dominant. It's functioning as a 5 chord, so this is how we're going to label it. And my notation program doesn't let me put those lines in, so that's why I'm drawing them in now, so you can... Oh, it does over here. Okay, well, there you go. The cadential 6/4 usually helps smooth out the voice leading from the predominant. Whenever you're writing a cadential 6/4, you should double the bass, like you see here. You should resolve the notes that are a 6 1/4 above the bass down by step. That's literally what this figured bass is telling you to do. If the cadential 6/4 is resolving to a 5/7, then the note that's an octave above the bass also moves down by step, as you see here. So bass is still staying the same, but the note that's an octave above the bass is also moving down by step to get that chordal 7th. Typical soprano patterns over this progression would be 1 7 1 4 3 2 1. So here are some examples that I'm going to play through. First one is the one I've been playing in major, in minor. And in that case, the bass dropped an octave, but that doesn't count as a change of bass because it's still the same note. Here's another way to do it. Coming from a 4 chord, going to 5/7. Yeah, and in minor. I'm sorry, that's not right. So, when you're writing a cadential 6/4 chord, you're going to have 5 in the bass, and you're going to have 5, 1, and 3, and your upper voice is not necessarily in that order. And it must resolve to a root position 5, possibly with a 7th. So your 1 is going to resolve down by step to 7, your 3 is going to resolve down by step to 2, and if you have a 7th, that would resolve to 4, otherwise it would stay on 5. And then you would resolve to 1 or do a deceptive cadence or whatever you're going to do from your normal 5 chord. But the thing about cadential 6/4s is that this is how you have to spell them, which is not a normal 5 chord. If you spelled a 5/6/4 chord, you would have 2 on the bottom and then 7 and 5 up somewhere else. That's not what this is. It's a specific idiomatic chord progression. So you just have to know that. Have some practice writing these, identifying these, and I will see you next time.